We have seen how to find bugs in method implementation using object tracing technique. Now let us have another look of another kind of common error. Here is my drive method of my car class, and here there is a distance, and based on the distance I'm updating miles driven, and based on the same distance I'm calculating the fuel consumed, and based on the fuel consumed I'm updating the fuel in tank. So let us compile it. When I compile it, I see that there is a syntax error, and it says cannot find symbol variable fuel consumed. So it says that there is this variable fuel consumed is not declared. So let us declare it. Private double fuel consumed. Now as you can see, we have added the variable which was missing. So let us compile again. No syntax errors. But now let us try to trace this method, and let us find whether this particular method has any problem. As we have learned earlier, we are going to use this index card type of finding bugs. As we have seen in the previous state class, our class contains now 4 instance variables, and that's why we are having 4 columns here, and those instance variables are the headers of each column: fuel in tank, miles driven, miles per liter, and fuel consumed. So let us take the same scenario that we have used earlier. I'm having this first statement to construct my car object. So now the fuel in tank is 0, miles driven is 0, miles per liter is 10, and when we try to add fuel of 30, now new value of fuel in tank becomes 30, and then I drive my car by 10 miles, so my miles driven is 10. Inside the drive method, we also modify fuel consumed, so we calculate fuel consumed based on the distance. So our new fuel consumed variable, which is in our case is an instance variable, holds one value here, and then after that we update fuel in tank based on fuel consumption, so it becomes 29. We drive our car once again by 20 miles. This time again it updates miles driven by 30 miles, and we calculate the fuel consumption once again based on the new mileage of the sorry based on the new distance that it has traveled. Now the fuel consumption becomes 2, and then we again update our fuel in tank and it becomes 27. So what is the problem in this particular case? Here the fuel consumed and its respective values are short-term memory. It's why it's short-term memory, because fuel consumption is something that we calculate as an intermediate value to find out the fuel in tank. So it is something like a value. mm, it is like you went to a restaurant, you ate something, and you want to remember. Do you want to remember what you ate forever? No. In the same way, storing this value fuel consumed every time you consume some fuel in car, every time you drive somewhere, it's sort of meaningless. So we need not store this particular value of fuel consumption every time we drive. So such uh, such values, such information can be made as local variables. Okay, so let's make it so. Let's remove this instance variable fuel consumed because we don't want to remember it forever. We just want it to be calculated whenever I drive my car at a particular distance. So Let me add a type at fuel consumed. As you can see, the only difference between an assignment statement and a variable is declaration is this type. So when we add this type, again, there should not be any problem. Let's compile and check it. No syntax errors. And when we trace it, this fuel consumed will be used as a local variable, and it will be deleted once this drive method implementation execution of this drive method is complete. Thank you.